hair is like everywhere. Okay. Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a get ready with me. I'm going out with my friends in a while and I decided to show you guys how I prepare my face. We're just gonna go grab some food, do some shopping, hang around, just some girly stuff. And that's why I don't want to do something really heavy. Let's say I want to go for a natural glam. Okay, so yeah, without losing any time, let's go ahead and get started. My hands are so dry, you guys, lately. I don't know why, but I'm looking for a nice moisturizing cream that absorbs quickly. I don't like those creams that they leave your hands greasy and you can't touch anything. It's very annoying. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. So on the face, I'm gonna start off with some primer. This is the Jouer Anti-Aging Moisturizing Primer, and I'll use my fingers to apply it on my face. Oh. For foundation, I'll go with this one here by the brand Makeup Atelier, and this is a super full coverage foundation, guys, and it's also very matte. That's the reason that I want to mix it with this MAC Strobe Cream. This is going to make the coverage a little bit more sheer, but it will also make my skin look very nice and dewy, which is something that I love. I don't really like that matte finish anymore. I used to love it. Now I prefer the more glowy, healthy looking skin. So I'm gonna mix them on the back of my hand. And the shade that I have from that foundation, I'm not sure which one is it, but this is a little bit too dark for me. So mixing it with that primer, it's going to also make it lighter, so, Applying it all over my face. Look at that coverage. Applying it all over my face with a makeup sponge. And this is by the brand, what it was. It was so easy. I forgot the name of the brand. I'm gonna have it for you guys somewhere right here. But this comes in a pack of two, one big and one small sponge. This is the big one. I don't like the small one. It's very hard. This one is very soft. And something else that I love about it is that it's very easy to clean. The original Beauty Blender is not very easy to wash, and I like washing my sponges every time I do my makeup, so I don't like spending like 5 minutes washing it. This one, I just put some soap on it, I rub it, and then I squeeze it under the water, and everything is going out of it. Foundation, concealer, no matter what, it's nice and clean after that. The Beauty Blender, I was like rubbing, squeezing, and I could clearly see that there was still something inside, which was driving me crazy, because I don't want to bring some old foundation that I used before 5 days on my skin again. It's full of bacteria, and you get the idea. I want it nice and clean. Look at how glowy my skin looks. I love it. Now I'm gonna spray it with the L'Oreal Infallible Fixing Mist. Now if you get this, you really wanna shake it super well before you spray it on your face, or else you will end up with white dots all over your face. So yeah, make sure that you shake it well. Okay. I'm just gonna let that foundation set now while I'm doing my eyebrows, my eye makeup, all of that. For the brows, I'm gonna use this Makeup Forever Brow Gel in the shade 25, brushing my brow hairs upwards. There are days that I really enjoy doing my eyebrows, and there are some other days that I wish I was born with those super full, perfectly shaped eyebrows. But I'm not, so I have to do some work. I don't like to complain. Let's be happy with what we have, right? Oh no. Taking this brow gel here by Zoeva, I'm gonna use it to give my brows a better shape, and if I have any gaps or something like that, I'm gonna also fill them in with this. Cleaning up the edges with some concealer. So moving on to the eyes makeup, I'm taking some concealer and I'm gonna use that as an eyeshadow primer. Just applying it all my eyelid area with a flat brush and blending it out again with that sponge by the brand that I still can't remember. And as always, setting it in place with some face powder just to prevent it from creasing and make the eyeshadow application easier. I don't want to use lots of eyeshadows today. I want to keep it a little bit more natural. I'm not sure what exactly I want to do, but I know that I don't want to go heavy on the eyes. I'm not sure if I'm gonna even wear an eyeliner. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do. This is a palette by Zoeva. It's the basic moment one, and these are the eyeshadows inside. By the way, I love Zoeva as a brand. They make so nice products, and I love how clean their packagings are. Look at that. Look at how nice, cute colors. I love it. So I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's very nice, soft brown color, and using a flat brush, I'm gonna place that in my crease. They're a little bit pricey, to be honest with you, but if you're planning on investing in some good makeup products, I would really recommend you to try out the Zoeva ones. Using the same fluffy brush, I have almost nothing left from that brown shade that I just applied. I'm gonna take this, it's like a nude color, it's called Here to Stay, and I'm gonna place it in the upper crease area, blending the edges of that brown shade just very gently using circular motions. Taking the eyeshadow, make it last. It's this almost white matte shade right here, and I'm gonna place that all over my eyelid. The brush that I'm using is by Makeup Addiction. It's called Medium Shader. Making sure that there are no harsh lines in the crease right here between the two colors. Okay, nice, very natural, very simple. I like it. I'm gonna add some concealer under my eyes. I'm gonna use this one here by Maybelline. It's my favorite, and how I like to use it is I just squeeze a little bit out and then I take it on a flat brush. See? And then with the flat brush, placing it under my eyes. I feel like this applicator is too big. Blending it out with a sponge. And of course, setting it in place with some face powder. This is the L'Oreal Nude BB Powder. As you can tell, I have to get a new one, but I purchased this online and they don't have it in the drugstores here. So I have to purchase it online again and wait for like 2.5 weeks to get a new one. So, yep. What can we do? And I think that they changed the packaging of it. I have the square one and I think that the new one is like round. I'm not sure. I have to check that out. I'm dusting a very sheer layer of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD powder over my entire face. I won't contour today. I'll use some bronzer. This is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Bronzer, and I'm gonna use this super big fluffy brush. What I like to do is I kinda like to pinch it like this and then just very, not precisely, apply that bronzer on my cheeks. I feel like you don't have to be really precise with the bronzer. You can go a little bit crazy with it because, you know, it's bronzer. Just make sure that you're not using a very dark shade for you. Also on my forehead, and I'm blending it in with my hairline. I want to look like I was on the beach the last, I don't know, 20 days. I'll probably look like a lobster if I did, but... Adding also some of the Ofra blush in Bellini. I used that for the first time in my previous video, I think. Not sure. It became really quickly my go-to blush. I'm adding blush and I'm also using this brush as a fan because it's super hot in here. Adding some highlighter. This is the Too Faced Love Light Blinded by the Light. So I was wondering if I wanted to do winged eyeliner because I think that sometimes the winged eyeliner can make the whole look a little bit more heavy, you know, but I'm feeling like wearing some wings on my eyes today. So this is the Ico Black Magic Liquid Eyeliner. Look at this super sharp tip. Look at that. I have to be careful not to stab myself with this. So I ordered the Ardell Demi Wispies. I've seen so many people wearing these and loving them, and I was like, I want them too, I want to wear them too. So I purchased them myself. The first thing that I noticed now that I have them in my hands and I see them up close is that the hairs are not very spiky. You see, they're more like cut and not so pointed. That's one thing that I don't really like, but I want to see how they look on the eyes. I was not planning on wearing falsies today, but since I got this in the mail today, I want to wear them. So I'm just gonna curl my lashes, coat them with some mascara, and I just glue on the falsies. To be honest with you, they look very natural, and even though the hairs are cut, they don't look bad on the eyes. They're very pretty. I actually want to see how they look without any winged eyeliner. Maybe in the next videos, why not? I also want to add something under my eyes. I don't want to do something very intense. So again, I'm going to take that brown shade from that same Zoeva palette. Using the Sigma E15, I will place it under my lower lashes. I will diffuse that shade with the Morphe M507. I'll add some brightness to the look with this shade right here. It's called Yet to Come. Placing it in the inner corners of my eyes and a tiny little bit on my brow bone. This little guy here, it drives me crazy. But we all get those from time to time, right? So that's fine. I'm gonna live with it. Moving on to the lips, I'll first go with this lip liner by ColourPop. On top of it, I'm going with a lip gloss by Too Faced. The shade is called Papadon Peach. And that's it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me. I love watching get ready videos, especially when I'm getting ready, because it makes the whole process a little bit more interesting. I feel like I'm getting ready with my friend or something, and you know, it's a little bit more fun. Did you notice that everything is so pink today? Like my background, my t-shirt, my lipstick, my nails. And this is all by coincidence. I didn't plan to do any of this. Today I decided to go for a little bit more fresh look. I didn't want to do something very intense because it's still day outside and it's quite hot. So I didn't want to do something very heavy on my face. And hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye!